Welcome back. Welcome back, people. It is Brandon from the Two Piece Mandem. This is the day after we basically got smoked 5-2 against PSG. I'm still fuming about it, even if as I wake up. Even as I'm thinking about it, I'm still fuming about it. Jeez. Yeah, it was a hard game. It was a hard watch. But it is what it is, and there's just some things I want to go through. And I just want to see self-reflection from it, how it basically happened and what we need to learn from this, what rosenior and what Chelsea need to learn from that battering, from that leg. For me, the leg's done, but let's get straight into it. So here, apparently Liam Rosenior said on Jorgensen, which was an absolute stinker last night. He basically said, players sometimes make mistakes. Philip isn't the first one to make a mistake. That's part of football. Now, in the grand scheme of things, I understand that. All players make mistakes. Even I've seen top-level goalkeepers like Thibaut Courtois make mistakes. Neuer make mistakes. But when it's 2-2, right? When it's 2-2 and a pass isn't on, you just have to use your brain and just boot it up the field. It's just as simple as that. Because when it was 2-2, we were controlling the game. We had the momentum. We had the rhythm. Everything was flowing in our favour. And I think in those moments, when it's flowing in your favour, when you make a mistake, the whole thing crumbles. Everything just crumbles. It's like a domino effect. It's like a complete domino effect. Everything just goes, it falls to pieces. It falls to pieces, as simple as that. And I feel as though in that moment, he just needs to work on his distribution, in my opinion. He needs to work on his distribution. Because in that period, when it was 2-2, everything was literally on our side. Literally, we were playing good football. Whenever PSG had the ball, we won it back straight away. We were pressing them. They couldn't get out of their own half. We were actually the better team. We should have scored more goals. When you actually look at the XG on football, we should have scored more goals. We played the best football. And for me, we need a new keeper. It's just as simple as that. I just don't think that our top-level goalkeepers making that mistake at that era, in that moment in time, I just don't think that would ever happen. And with Jorgensen, he hasn't played that many games. He hasn't started that many games. And maybe it's rust. Who knows what it is? But for me, you can't be making that mistake at that level. If you make a mistake, then that's calm, but just don't let it lead to a goal error. Because you see what happened to Kinski in the Tottenham game. You see what happened to that. He got subbed off after, 15 minutes. That goes to show you when you make mistakes at such a top level and you're costing your team, these are prices you have to pay. And for me, I think Jorgensen has to get dropped for that. I don't think he should play the second leg. So that's my opinion on that situation, if I'm being honest with you. A slight positive I'll bring into it, and that's Enzo Fernandez. A slight positive. Only a slight one, not major, because we still lost the game, but it's something to look at. He played well. I'll give credit where credit is due. He played well. He got a goal, he got an assist, and that's now, 12 goals and 6 assists this season for Enzo Fernandez. And I think his best position, for me, is central attacking midfield. I think that is his best position. Usually, before, we would play Cole in the 10, and to be honest with you, Cole Palmer hasn't really been performing. You put Enzo in the 10 when he makes those late runs, and he gets more goals. Enzo just gets more goals. So, in my opinion, we have to play and start Enzo Fernandez in that role. I think he played well that game. I think his distribution was on point. I think his passing was on point. He didn't really lose the ball that much. His hold-up play was on point. And even when he was in tight situations, he would at least win the foul and not lose the ball and push the team up the pitch. His goal for us to equalise it, I thought it was superb. Timed his run, timed the finish as well, opened up his body to slot it into the bottom right. And 12 goals and 6 assists this season so far. I think in all comps, I think it's pretty impressive, if I'm being honest with you. I think it's quality, in my opinion. I think it's good. So, that's one positive I want to say for Enzo Fernandez. For me, Cole Palmer, it should really be Cole Palmer getting those type of numbers, or higher than that, if I'm being real. Because Cole Palmer didn't play well. I'm not saying he wasn't the only one that played well, but if you want to play it in the 10, these are the type of numbers you got to pull up. I'll be honest with you. So, big up Enzo Fernandez. He has been criticised in the past for playing rubbish, for giving the ball away, for being slack at times, not being the guy that we want him to be in the midfield. But this time, we've got to give him his props. We have to give him his props. It's just as simple as that. So big up Enzo for that performance. Big him up. Now, in terms of substitutions, this guy, Kvaratskhelia, this is what a substitution is. This is the purpose of having subs in football, to make an impact. He literally came on, scored a brace, and won the game for PSG, Kvaratskhelia. This guy was a threat. As soon as he came on, he was a complete threat, caused us issues, skipped past our defenders, created space for himself to curl it in the far corner. He's a quality player. And this is the type of player that I want. This is the type of player that I think Chelsea should make a bid for. To be honest with you, I wanted him when PSG versus Arsenal, to be fair, when he skilled up Timber. I thought Chelsea should have made a bid for him, if I'm being honest with you. Or even as a backup player, because the impact he makes when he comes off the bench is just absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, the impact that he made when he came off the bench. He was by far the best player as soon as he came onto that pitch. Caused us issues. When I'm looking at that bench, the only two decent players I'm seeing really is Sarr and Lavia. And yeah, that's it. Really. That's all I'm seeing. That's literally all I'm seeing. On that bench, that's all I'm seeing. And, thinking that we're going to get somewhere with that bench. That bench is horrific, mate. We're not getting anywhere with that bench. It's absolutely woeful. We're getting nowhere. We're getting absolutely nowhere with that bench. It is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, man. Let's call it for what it is. You think with that bench, we're going to get anywhere. You're bringing up Leon Delap. You've taken off João Pedro, right? Who basically had nothing most of the game. You had Cole Palmer, who was woeful at chances, big chances, missed them. You're bringing on an injury-prone Lavia, who hasn't played that much. And you're bringing on Liam Delap to change the game. Liam Delap had a winger running. Liam Delap had a winger, running on the side, could have passed it to him, went for goal. The shot wasn't even on target, and this is our substitution. Whilst my man's got Kvaratskhelia coming off the bench, scoring a brace. We need to do some self-reflection here. Simple as that, bro. Our players are not good enough. When I look at players like Kvaratskhelia, those are the type of players that we should be signing, right? When I'm looking at Jorgensen, he should not be in the squad. He shouldn't be in the squad. We should have a better backup goalkeeper, because he shouldn't be in the squad. And then the only positive, really, is Enzo Fernandez, 12 goals, 6 assists. He has to play in the number 10 role from now on. And that's the self-reflection. That's it. That's really it. That's all it is, man. Let's call it for what it is. This team is just... Man, that 5-2... Man, we're out. We're out of the Champions League. You think we're going to score what? 4 goals in the Champions League? You really think we're going to score 4 goals at Stamford Bridge, where we're terrible at home this season? We haven't even really been that great at season. We get most of our points away from home. And you think we're going to score 4 goals at home? Tie's done. But yeah, that's the self-reflection, man. That's all I wanted to really say. Yeah, that's about it, man. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, comment as well, share your thoughts, click the subscribe button as well. I want to get to 10k. I'll see you guys in a bit. And peace.